So, who killed KLF? I do not have an answer for you, nor does this film, and that is truly on purpose. Let's jump into the review of this film right now, folks. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film Who Killed KLF, which made its world premiere this year at Fantastic Fest 2021. Now, this is again a band that I have never heard of, but yet it's a documentary, so of course I want to check it out to see what I may be able to gain from this film. And I am instantly going to tell you that the one thing that I gained from this is that these two dudes in this band, they purposely tried to create chaos, and they didn't realize how much they were going to create, and I think they're pretty cool with that. So for all intents and purposes, whatever answers that you may have had about this band, I don't think they had answers for them. Like, even the name KLF, like, they renamed it like 4 or 5 times for what the letters stood for. So it's like, you don't even have an answer to that. And then for the idea of saying who killed KLF, ultimately meaning what made the band dissolve, because even after the band broke up, they still stayed together to really do all different sorts of different things, you know, and that didn't stop them. But also, you said, like, well, what was the final stake, the nail in the coffin for them? And there's no answer. It really isn't. But Jimmy and Bill, man, they were very they were two guys that definitely wanted to push the limit however they could. They wanted to make good music. They wanted to create their own narrative. They wanted to have you be confused, and even more confused than you were before you were just confused. And they had a lot of fun in doing so. You know, it's really about a band that was filled with a bunch of mystery and a bunch of secrets. And I think that as much as I thought this might have been about music, it definitely wasn't. It definitely was just exposing to you just how unorthodox one may be in regards to just trying to be different on purpose, trying to set apart from everything. But at the same time too, you kind of understood why they kind of went about things they did. They felt like the whole industry was against them, so they turned against them back. They said, fine, if you don't want us, then we don't want to be accepted. And I think that was just their driving factor into making sure that they stood apart from anything that you've ever seen and heard, and they played by their own rules. So that's cool. Not to mention, when the band ended, they deleted all of their music from their catalogs, which basically made it impossible for them to produce CDs or license anything for streaming. Like, they were completely off the grid at this point, thus foregoing millions of dollars of money, potential money, in the process. In regards to the production of this, it felt like a traditional documentary. One of those type of ones you see in like a museum. Like, if you see a museum, you see that video playing and it's dumping a bunch of information to you. This is what that one felt like. With the narration, with the stock footage or the found footage, whatever it may be. Not too many current interviews, just a lot of the old footage with narration on top of it. But you know, if you may have never heard of them, maybe you might have heard of this, because this is the band essentially that is known for burning a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, in 1994, they burned 100 pounds of cash. And it was kind of rumored to the idea of, like, did they really do it? Was it just something that they made up? You know, was it a stunt? And this is obviously before the YouTube days, which gave an extra level of mystery to them, because it's just like, well, who would do that? Why would you do that? And did they really do it, you know? But the fact that YouTube now exists, and now that you can actually search these things for yourself, then you see, like, oh, they really did it, which took the mystique away from them. But that's kind of what their MO was to kind of be mysterious, filled with a bunch of secrets, throwing a bunch of subliminal messages left and right, you know, trying to just have people going left and right with whatever they may assume that KLF is, you know. But I gotta say that these two dudes, when their minds were set, Whatever they had that in mind that they wanted to do, they did it. And who cares if someone accepted it or not? I thought that was pretty dope, you know. But it's very interesting that after 94, when they did this, they also said that they were going to disappear for 23 years, and then they really did return 23 years to that date, they return. And, you know, while they deliver hit after hit and all the whole thing with the money, they still have a huge fan base. And I thought this was really cool to be exposed to another group of folks that I never had heard, that is just completely unconventional, unlike anything I ever heard. And the fact that they burnt that much money, I don't know. But I guess they say they didn't need the industry, so they didn't need the industry profit, so they said, so be it, get rid of it. But 100 pounds, yikes. But also stay through the credits, because that gives you a little bit more of an idea of the different things that they're kind of up to right now, and the kind of things that they also may be trying to throw you curveballs about. So yeah, they haven't fell off from their whole narrative. They're still up to their old shenanigans, folks. But yeah, check this out. This is Who Killed KLF. Again, making its world premiere this year at Fantastic Fest. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about it. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.